Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi. Okay.
Aren't you smooth, Maddie? Hello there, my friends. Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you're all doing well. Today for this episode, we are out doing some kayaking on the most amazing day ever. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely hot. It is beautiful. So not only are we doing some kayaking, but we're doing some gear testing as well. We have all sorts of things to test out today. So it is definitely going to be a long one on the river. Thank you all so very much for joining me. We might as well begin doing some paddling. At the moment, we are paddling upstream, and that direction is actually south. This is the new river. This is the second oldest river in the entire world, and it's one of the very few rivers in the entire world that actually flows north instead of south. Very, very cool indeed. Man, I tell you what, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous river. I've been out here so many times I can't even begin to count. One thing that I've noticed already is that the water level here is very low. Definitely lower than any time before that I've been out anyway. So that means that we are going to be dragging the bottom at certain spots more times than usual. We shall see. This is a trip that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I have to tell you that I am super excited to be out here. Really, I just threw this together all at one time. Just decided to freaking do it. Now, as far as miles go, I am not entirely certain how many miles we're going to do. This trip right here usually takes you between 2 hours if you're hauling butt, just paddling as fast as you can, or 7 hours if you're going at a very leisurely pace. What a gorgeous day, my friends. Right now it is about 81 degrees. Nice and warm for sure. And we are looking for temperatures to get up into, oh, probably about the mid-80s today. 85, 87. And it looks like we're going to start scraping the bottom here very, very soon. Let's see if we can't go around. Baby. And we're stuck already. Try to do this while not getting the camera wet is a chore. Now there will be plenty of times while you're out here kayaking on this river that you will get turned around and be going backwards because you'll get your boat stuck on a rock, on a stump, who knows what. Okay. There we go. The flow of this river is very, very gentle. So we're not looking at any rapids or anything like that. Now you guys may have noticed that we brought the van to haul the kayak. And you may be wondering, why didn't I bring the truck? And that's because I sold it. The Titan is gone. It just felt like the right time. It was just honestly too big of a truck for what I need. Too much of a gas hog. I mean, that thing was getting about 11 or 12 miles to the gallon. Such a powerful truck. I just didn't need that. Come on, baby. There we go. So I ended up selling the Titan and I purchased a Toyota 4Runner. An older model because I like the older body style better than the new ones. So I am pretty darn pleased with it. I've always loved Toyota. They've always treated me right, no doubt about it. Getting pretty shallow again. I tell you, kayaking is one of my most favorite things to do. There's nothing like coming out, just being out in the wild. So nice and quiet, beautiful, lots of wildlife, lots of fish in here too. Lots and lots of fish. I wish I brought my fishing pole. Oh man, it's good. Whew. Definitely need lots of water for this trip, and I definitely have plenty. Whew. All right, my friends, time to stop for a tasty snack. A tasty, super hot and melted snack. I tell you what, when you're kayaking, gosh, if you're just pedaling constantly, you are just burning so many calories. It's quite the workout, especially like on your forearm, or I guess I should say forearms. Beautiful day out here. absolutely gorgeous. I've only seen one person and they were mowing their yard. That's it. So far, I don't see any signs of thunderstorms yet, but it is a real possibility that we will have some today. With the heating of the afternoon, it's very possible. When we stop for lunch, I will tell you guys a story about coming out here right after it got done flooding. The river was up a couple feet and it was just rocking and rolling. Pretty cool story, I have to say. When we stop, I will also show you guys all the gear that I'm using. I'll tell you about the kayak itself. Wow! That was a huge fish that just jumped out of the water there. More than likely a smallmouth bass. I love this river. I've been coming out to this place since I was a kid. I used to come out here with my dad, my brother, and then as I got older, still do it with my dad and my brother, but I bring my friends out here as well. Sometimes we'll come out and do night kayaking. That is a lot of fun. I have to admit that it's funner when the water is up a little bit so you're not dragging the bottom the entire time. So far, I've gotten stuck probably 4 times. It's a little bit irritating. That's just how it goes. It hasn't been as rainy of a summer as it should be, as we need. Now, in front of me here, which I'll show you later on, I have a dry box, and that's what I'm keeping my phone in, my snacks, stuff like that. It is time for lunch, my friends. We've been out on the water for a couple of hours now, and this is the spot that I usually stop at and have lunch. Now, as far as gear goes, container-wise, I have this waterproof box, and I have this waterproof duffel bag, which is full of gear. I will go ahead and show you the box. Take a look at that. Pretty good size. This is the 1.5 liter capacity box. 50 ounces, and this is an outdoor products box, and actually just happens to be an outdoor products waterproof duffel. Inside of this, like I said, I've got all sorts of stuff. I've got some gum, I've got a Ziploc bag, right now for garbage, but if it starts pouring the rain, I might throw my camera in it, get out the waterproof camera. I've got my cell phone with a little bit of service, not much. I also have a couple of snacks in here. One I already ate. I've got my wallet, I've got my keys, and a nice washcloth, just in case I need it. We are definitely out in the country, no doubt about it. Basically, to latch this box up, you have these 2 clips right here. Very, very simple, very good box. I've used this for years. When it comes to the duffel, man, this thing is pretty sweet. Outdoor Products actually sent me this bag to test out and to review. And this is the first time that I've been able to actually get it out and use it. But inside of this thing, I've got tons and tons of stuff. Right here, I have some Sealskins waterproof socks. This pair right here is actually made for colder weather, but that's okay. We just want to test it out. We want to see if they actually keep our feet dry. That's something really I'm interested in. I have some sunblock, which I will put back on before I hit the water again. I do not want to be a post-toasty. Got our food bag. I have a water knife. Pretty nice. As you can see there, it has a blunt tip, and that way you don't stab yourself by being jolted around. On the handle, I do have some paracord, just in case. You never know when you're going to need it. Fire kit, extra batteries, miscellaneous kit with headlamp, fresh batteries, a couple additional lights, some toilet paper, all that good stuff. Here I have a tarp, and this just happens to be an outdoors product as well. Very nice. Pretty lightweight, pretty small form factor, and really I brought this along just in case like a thunderstorm kicks in, the waters go up a little bit, and I need to get off. I can set this up and stay nice and dry. Right here I have a Sierra Designs poncho, and that's what I'm going to wear. If it's just raining, I could throw this on and stay pretty dry and pretty comfortable. I do have a skirt for my kayak, but that thing is such a pain in the butt to get on. I decided I'm not even going to go full with it. I'll use the poncho if I need it. I also have a bunch of water bottles here, liters of water. I have some coffee, and that is pretty much it. We're in pretty good shape. On my feet here, I just have some water shoes, river shoes, perfect for kayaking. The water just pours out of them. They also don't absorb water, so that's fantastic. The shirt I'm wearing is an Old Navy shirt. Fantastic for just wicking away moisture, stuff like that. And I have a pair of swimming trunks on. Now, when it comes to food, I've got all sorts of stuff here. My plan was to eat this rice with the sausage, but the truth is, I'm not all that hungry. I had a huge breakfast. I had a snack a little while ago, so you know, I think I'm gonna wait till the end of the trip before I start really eating. So why not? Let's have another snack. I think for now I'm just gonna eat this sausage. That sounds pretty good. Definitely burning a lot of calories paddling through here. This is a little chub. One of my viewers sent this in. Thank you, my friend. Pretty darn good. When it comes to kayaking and stuff like this, it's important to wear clothes that dry very, very quickly, or you'll just be sitting there in water the entire time. Definitely cotton is not your friend when you're kayaking and canoeing and stuff like this. You also want to wear something that doesn't absorb heat. Black clothing, stuff like that, dark colors. But really, the most important part to kayaking is your sunblock. If you're not a kayaker, if you haven't done any canoeing, been on the water, let me tell you, you want to cover yourself in this often. I've had friends come out here who were like, oh no, I don't want to use it. I want to get some sun. They will end up with sun poisoning by the time we're finished. And once you have sun poisoning, it never really goes away. Anytime that you're ever out in the sun, you will burn. You can actually get like welts and stuff. It is awful. It will make you feel incredibly sick. So right here is my kayak. This is an Emotion kayak. Pretty nice, pretty inexpensive. As you can see here, I have tons and tons of paracord just in case I need to strap something down. Who knows what. Sometimes I use this to actually pull my friends whenever they get tired. Got a handle on the front and the back. If you're interested, the model is KQYG1607A111. That model of kayak may have been discontinued. I don't know. I've had it for a very long time. I actually purchased that kayak from Amazon.com. And I got it for like 250 bucks, and it was actually part of their Prime membership, the shipping was. So I paid nothing to have this thing shipped. All the other websites that I looked at were wanting $200 to $300 to ship the kayaks. I mean, so that really, I got this thing for just nothing, absolutely nothing. That's a great price. And it has been a great kayak over the years. As I mentioned, I do have a skirt that goes over this, and basically it goes all the way around, seals up the kayak, so water can't get in, and it goes around your waist, just like that. So, but it's a real pain in the butt to get it on. You do have the seat here. Everything's adjustable. There's my waterproof camera. There's the airbag, which will keep this thing afloat even if there's a big hole in it. You do have a bottle holder, and then on the inside you do have foot pedals, footrests, which are adjustable. Pretty nice. This is my paddle right here. I don't remember exactly how many feet this is. Maybe a 7 foot, something like that. Very, very nice, collapsible. Just like that, you can take it apart. Very, very smooth. I have put some padded hand grips on here. That way I don't get any blisters on my hands, especially after rowing all day long. Those are invaluable, I'll tell you. And this is the Day Tripper paddle. Now, I just went to the bathroom, went pee, and I realized my pee is very, very dark. It means I'm very much dehydrated. I tell you what, when you're on the water, that sun's hitting you, you're sweating, you're working hard, you're going to burn through your water, so I'm going to make sure to chug a bunch. Now, I showed you my dry box. Let me show you how I handle this inside of my kayak. I've taken a piece of paracord and I put a carabiner on it, as you can see right there. That way I can connect my dry box to the carabiner, just like that. Now there's a couple of reasons why I do that. One is so that box isn't sliding around, going down towards my feet, whatever. But also, if I happen to tip this boat over, the dry box doesn't sink to the bottom of the river. That's very, very important. You definitely don't want that to happen. More than likely, you'll lose all your stuff. So, there you go. Today, we are taking a look at a product that I have to say that I'm very, very curious about. As you can see, I'm out on the water today. I'm doing some kayaking. And what I have here is, just to give you an idea of how big this is, and I'm only utilizing just a small portion of it. If I was out for an overnight trip, this has plenty of room for a sleep system. All right, my friends, it is time to get out of here. I've had plenty of time to eat, drink. I'm definitely ready to rock and roll. Now, before I do, I'm going to apply some more sunscreen, especially to my legs, my neck, and to my ears. Very, very important. Time for another sip of coffee. Now with this bag here, I'll show you how this works real quick. You line up the top, you begin rolling it down. You have this valve right here so you can release the air, because it is airtight, it's waterproof. You take the buckles on the sides, buckle it up. Buckles on the top, close the valve, and that's it. Let's go. Now, while we were back there having lunch, I was also testing out some gear. I have a pair of socks there. They're sealskin socks that are supposed to be waterproof and breathable. Well, I put them on, we did a little field test, and they performed really, really well. I have to say that I'm pretty dang impressed. God, that's beautiful. I mean, take a look at that behind me. I mean, that's like a Windows wallpaper on your computer sort of thing. All right. See a bunch of rocks up here. I see some fast moving water. The question is, are we going to be scraping the bottom, or can we just go on through? Oh, shoot. I forgot to tell you guys my story. I better stop right here and tell it to you. Okay, let me show you something. You could see there's a rope coming off of that tree, a little swing, and right up there there's some chairs or something or other. Yeah, there you go. There's the chairs. Now, a couple of years ago, my buddy Zach and I, we came out and we did some kayaking on this. And we came out right after a long period of rain. It was a couple days, some thunderstorms, and the river was up a good foot or so, and it was just rocking and rolling. It was really going fast. Anyway, so we get to this point here, and there's two kids that are standing on that hill. And we say hey to them, they actually didn't say anything at all. And we kept on going down. And you could hear as we passed it, they were like calling for something. And it kind of sounded like they were calling for their dog, you know, as you would. Anyway, so we go down, and here in the water, and it's really, really going, it's really high. There's this dog, and he is on this side of the bank over here. And he is in the water, and he is just paddling his brains out. And he's just trying. I mean, he probably would have kept on going until he drowned. Anyway, so I grab him. Actually, I turn around, and I paddle up against the current, and I grab hold of that dog by the leash. and I just let the water pull me backwards. And I just kind of used my paddle and kind of angled my boat so that I would go over to this side where those kids were. And so I drag that dog over and I get him on the bank and let go. And he takes off. He takes off running towards those kids. But as I'm turning my boat around to kind of catch up with my friend, he was in a different type of kayak, more like a trick kayak, so he couldn't actually go against the current. That dog comes back out of the woods where it just went up. And it just stood there and like stared at me. And the only way that I could really describe it was like, he was like, thank you. That's the kind of look, the impression that I got. And he just stood there for a second, said his thank you, and then he took off, and then you could hear the kids all happy and whatever. But it was a very, very cool moment. I think I will remember that for the rest of my life. That poor dog probably would have swam there, made no progress until it drowned. Its only goal was to get back to those kids. That was cool. Let's go. Woo. And that's how it goes. I tried to grab the camera and angle it so you guys could see the water splashing up on the boat, and I got turned around. Now, you guys may have noticed that I do not have a life jacket with my kayak today. And that's because at the deepest point in this river, you're only talking about 5 feet. And since the water is so low today, I decided I wasn't gonna bring it. Some might say that's dumb. That's just my decision. That's how it goes. Whew. It is back up to being nice and hot again. I sure do wish it would storm. This is almost like a game. Oh no. They try to stay clear of these rocks. Like, which way do you go so you don't drag the bottom? Which way do you go? Let's see here. That's a big rock. Oh shit. Woo yeah. Pardon my French. You can see that back there. Big rock. I would have definitely got stranded on that, possibly flipped over, who knows. Here's a bunch of bamboo. That's pretty cool. Look at all these buzzards, my friends. There is definitely something dead up there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 buzzards. Beautiful. I love how quiet it is. Now, sometime next month, my buddy Zach and I, we're gonna go out for a couple-day kayaking camping trip. Probably in Tennessee, Watauga Lake. It's huge. It's awesome. It's gonna be a fantastic time. Really looking forward to that. And if at all possible, we'll record it. Oh boy, we are coming up upon the bridges. Now, some of these bridges you can go under very easily. Some are a little bit tricky. Some we might have to get out and climb over. We shall see. Hopefully they've been cleared out. A lot of times there'll be trees and debris, stuff like that kind of blocking your way. going?
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you? The creepy kayaker startles you. Let's see here. Lots of big rocks. Well, my friends, our kayaking adventure has come to an end. Absolutely awesome. I didn't film the last part because there was actually so many people out tubing that I couldn't even set the camera down and like film the video because there's just so many people talking. But either way, it was an awesome trip. I had a great time and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to say to everybody, thank you so very much for watching this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to drop me a line, let me know. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. And while you're at it, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys around. Strength and honor, my friends. Be well.